Attention content creators. Are you tired of struggling to get your work noticed, or are you ready to expand? Look no further than Purpose Inspired TV. We offer a unique opportunity to reach a wider audience by being available on Roku, Fire Stick, Android TV, and more. But it's not just about exposure. Purpose Inspired TV is dedicated to uplifting, inspiring, entertaining, and educating viewers with positive content. Whether you're a motivational speaker, a musician, an actor, or a comedian, we want to help you share your message with the world. So why limit yourself to social media platforms when you can now be on TV? With Purpose Inspired TV, you can take your creativity to the next level and make an even bigger impact on your audience. Join Purpose Inspired TV and start sharing your content on TV today.
She Got the Nerve, by Felisa Darius Skipper. This book is fictional, but factual. Based on my personal life experiences, She Got the Nerve delves into Lila's astonishing journey with wisdom, compassion, and boldness, providing inspiring insights into her mindset and the spirituality that propelled her to become who she is today. Surrounded by drug use and constantly hurt and neglected by her parents, Layla is left alone to suffer a world of sexual abuse, religious ruse, and relationship violence. Through the worst of times, Layla learns to rise above the dangerous lifestyle of the streets she grew up on by allowing the love and guidance of Christ into her life. Looking for a book that takes you on a thrilling emotional roller coaster ride? Well, look no further. She Got the Nerve is the book that will captivate you from start to finish. Get your copy today.
What's up? Hey, what's up, everybody? Pray everybody is doing well. It's good to see you again. Well, I know I can't see you, but I hope you see me. You know what today is? Well, first of all, we got her back. But before we move on, you know what today is? Oh, I'm gonna bring on in. Let's just go and get started. Let's go. Okay. Welcome back. It's good to see you.
Thank you.
Got your hair all did up.
It's good to see you too.
Appreciate it. You see, you know anything about my hair?
I got shorter.
You know what I was trying to do? I was trying to trim it up a little bit, and I kept on lower and lower, and then next thing I know, I'm like, no, my hair is in the sink. But it'll grow back. Haven't cut it in much. It'll be back. Your hair is looking nice. But you know what today is?
Today is
The
Saturday.
last day of summer. Tomorrow is the first day of fall. So say goodbye to summer. I didn't realize. I thought it was already gone. But yes, it's the last day of summer.
Man.
People don't talk about it that much. A lot of times they usually consider Labor Day as the end of summer, like the last summer vacation. But this is actually the last day of summer. Tomorrow is fall.
Yay!
I'm not going to mean too much here in Jacksonville. It's still the same temperature. But all right, did you enjoy your summer?
I sure did.
We had a challenging summer. Something again. I'm going to continue on remembering that I lost my mother. She lost her great grandmother. So this is the year 2024. I think you've been handling it pretty good. You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've been we've been handling, moving forward. I've been staying busy, but every once in a while I think about it. I'm like, okay, I gotta leave my mama back in 2024. Yeah, but I'm grateful and thankful, and thankful that she was able to spend that time with you. But yeah, I'm glad to have you back to see what you got to say about different things, your insight. So how's school?
Good. Great.
Why do kids do that? Man, that's high something, high school, just good. What am I supposed to get out of that one word, good? Can you elaborate just a tiny bit?
It's great because it's my last year. And it's good because I know everybody.
The last year, meaning
My last year at school, at that school.
your last year at that particular school. Okay, so that means you got to move on to another school. We're lopsided for some reason. I don't like that. Let me see. Do you got to go closer?
Whoa.
Yeah, sit like that. Now
Okay.
we're even. 'Cause
Okay.
you got a nice big head, need to fit in the screen.
I
All right. So you understand? You've been paying attention to what's been going on in the news.
don't
With
really
the
watch the news.
Well, I mean, far as the school
Yes.
system. So how are what are the so what is your school saying about the different? So we know the different lot of I don't know what words you can say online. The school shootings. So there's been a lot of school shootings going on. Well, that's been going on for years. So what is your school saying about it? What are they teaching you on? What kind of instructions are they giving you at your school?
I don't really know what they say about that stuff. They don't really bring up like that safety, like that type of stuff, like
Okay, we're
that.
killing all these likes back at that school. Are they doing any kind of like? Here I go. Are they doing any kind of drills or any kind of preparations for if someone breaks into the school or any kind of bad thing happening in school? Are you doing any kind of preparation, any kind of drills?
Yes, we have code red drills. Where we have to go into a safety corner and we have to be absolutely quiet and we can't say anything or do anything.
Can you do that?
Yes.
I've never seen you quiet, not doing anything. Okay, so this is probably what you don't know. I think one state just passed a law for the teachers to be armed. For every teacher to be armed. What is your take on that situation? Ooh, I'm invisible. I need to fix this.
For one, I see what they're trying to do, but to me, I don't think that's okay because they get mad at when they don't like the students having guns, but they're giving the teachers guns. So if the teachers decided, oh, I'm going to go crazy and I'm going to start shooting up students, they have the whole opportunity to do it if they wanted to. Because they've already had it, they have permission to have it. So now they're basically, if they go crazy, a bunch of kids are going to end up losing their lives.
So what do you say about this? The comment of like some other states, they say they want everybody to have a gun. They believe good people. If good people have guns, the good people will take out the bad people. Does that make logical sense to you?
Yeah, the good people may have guns, but it's that good people can turn into bad people very quickly, and you can't say, oh, that's a good person and they would never do anything like that. A lot of people, oh, you can say they're nice and they're kind and they're good, but then you never would know what could happen. So you can't just say they're good people and good people can take out bad people. Even though bad people, they can, just like good people can turn to bad, and bad people can turn to good people, and you can't stop them either way.
Okay, thank you for that. I feel the same way. I don't understand. Well, in a way, I understand a little bit how they feel. Long as let's keep on putting guns out there, and as long as we got enough good people that they're going to overpower the bad people. But like you said, the good person could turn bad, even with students. Okay, let's go back to the students real quick. If you got all your students, everybody's your friend, everybody's getting along, something goes wrong. Maybe a person gets bullied. Maybe the person gets some bad, stupid idea of doing harm to other people. So that was a good person, and they turn bad. It's the same thing with people with guns. It's like they can be good people. They pass. They don't want to have background checks. Let's say they pass a background check. They pass everything because they're good, no record, anything. And then everybody's good until they do something for the first time.
You can't stop them. You can say that they're good, but you cannot stop them from switching. You can continue to say that they're good, but you can't stop them. You just can't. You can't stop them from something in their brain to like switch. Like you can't stop that. Their brains think differently from other people. So they could you don't have the same brain as someone else. So you may think that person's a good person, but then all of a sudden they come up with something, or like somebody bullies them. Just like he said, if somebody bullies them and they all of a sudden just like they decide, oh, that person bullied me, so now that person has to pay.
Yeah, and that bully, I think we should spend some more time on the bully. The way I look at bullies, because I see persons getting bullied is not always the victim. What I mean by that means some people can get bullied in some areas. Let's say a child can go home and they get bullied by their older sibling. Why my face doing this?
And my shirt.
You're not making any adjustments. Why are we fading away?
Wait, yeah, second. My shirt.
But I'm gonna keep on. I get it. I don't know why it's changing. But let's say yes, a child is getting bullied at home by their older sibling. Then they go to school and they become the bully. So then they can go to the karate class and then they get bullied there. And then they go to church and then they're the bully. So it depends on the situation. So yes, if you are getting bullied in a particular time, yes, you're a victim. But at the same time, I believe a lot of the victims are people who are being bullies in other areas. So they need to look at their whole life. But even if you get some warnings, here's something I can ask you, because, okay, it was a child brought bullets to school and the child got in trouble. There was another child that reported the bullets. I'm getting them mixed up now. They reported the child had the bullets. They suspended the child that reported the bullets. You know why? Because he took too long. They said since he took so long reporting the bullets, they suspended that person. You think that's fair?
I do think that's fair. That person needed to report it immediately, because if that person had not reported it, if that person didn't report it early enough, people could have died and gotten killed. So I think that person should not only be suspended, because other people could have felt way more damage. Like people could have gotten killed or worse.
I agree on that side, but the other, I guess I'm 50-50. I agree what you said, but I disagree. I think they should not have punished the child because they could be afraid and they could be going through struggle of returning their friend in or reporting their friend, and they did come to the conclusion of reporting it. So if you're going to punish the person who did report, that's discouraging anybody else from reporting anything. Why would you, like, if you saw
That makes so much sense.
if you saw somebody doing something wrong and you're like, oh man, if I don't hurry up and make up my mind, I'm going to get in trouble. And if I hurry up and report it, I'm going to get in trouble. So it's best to keep your mouth shut if you know that you can get punished for trying to do the right thing.
Oh, and now that makes so much sense, because then the other people that get like if they see that person got suspended for telling, then they will stop telling,
Right.
and then people will get hurt.
Yes.
So there's no use of suspending them. You shouldn't suspend them anyways. They don't deserve to be suspended
Right.
for telling and protecting other people's lives.
There you go. So
God.
why punish the person? It doesn't matter when they told. They came forward.
At least they told.
They came forward. But you could ask them next time, could you report it sooner? But to suspend the person for somebody took too long for them to say something, I think that's abuse to the person.
Then if that happens again, the person will remember what you said. The person will be like, I got in trouble for going too late, and then maybe I'll also get in trouble for going and telling. So maybe I should just keep my mouth shut, and maybe somebody else will tell.
Yep, that's what a lot of people do. And that, the anti-snitch culture. Some of the neighborhoods where you're taught not to snitch because they don't trust the authorities. And I believe that's one of the situations. If you're going to get punished for stepping forward and trying to help someone, and then you turn around getting punished, you turn around and get arrested or something, nah, keep your mouth shut. So I think that's a disservice to the community by punishing the people who did come forward. So let me play our first video, see what you got to say, because this is staying on topic. We're going to show this video about this sheriff here. Here we go.
Since parents, you don't want to raise your kids, I'm going to start raising them. So far this year, there have been 207 threats who have come in. We've arrested 7 people for written threats to kill. One student, if you remember, tried to bring a loaded firearm into a Mainland football game. We've had 11 weapons on our campuses this year. So what we're going to start doing Monday is, since parents, you don't want to raise your kids, I'm going to start raising them. Every time we make an arrest, your kid's photo is going to be put out there. And if I could do it, I'm going to perp walk your kid so that everybody can see what your kid's up to. The second point of this is, if I can any way find out that a parent knew what was going on and wasn't doing anything, your ass is getting perp walked with them. The purpose of Fortify Florida is to send in tips that we're going to investigate because you believe something is going to happen. To keep sending in these tips over and over and over again and think it's a big joke and nothing's going to happen to it, starting Monday, we're going to have a billboard, we're going to have a poster out. I'm going to show you every kid that's been arrested and where they go to school. And then from there on out, we're going to publicly shame them and their parents. So parents, do your job. Don't let Sheriff Chitwood raise your kids. This is absolutely ridiculous. Go talk to the families who have lost a loved one in a school shooting. These little knuckleheads think it's funny. Go talk to those parents and see how funny this is. It's not. We're going to come and get you, and we're going to put you out for public embarrassment. And I know a set of parents right now that they're looking at $11,000 each because somebody's paying this bill.
Okay, before we discuss what perp walk is, I'm going to go ahead and get your feedback from what you do understand that he's talking about.
All I'm gonna say is that was so like, that was so like amazing, but a little bit like
What are you trying to say? He's rough?
it was rough to like.
You think that the sheriff is going too hard?
I honestly don't know if he's going too rough. I think that's not really okay to basically say that you're gonna raise somebody else's kid, and and you're gonna do all this, and you're gonna perp walk them. I don't even know what perp walk
Okay,
means.
let me tell you what a perp walk. So you've seen on TV and movies and everything when the police goes arrest people on the, again, maybe in movies where like somebody's famous, like please don't let people see me get arrested. And sometimes they like put handcuffs on the person and then take them out the back. So the perp walk is when you put handcuffs on them and walk in front of the crowd so everybody can see it. You can't hide. So what the sheriff is saying is he's in the past when the kids got arrested, got in trouble, they didn't let the people see it. They didn't let the news see it. So now it's so many people are calling in prank calls and saying this person going to shoot up the school. This person, all this stuff. They keep on making these calls. So the sheriff's like, it's just crazy. It doesn't make any kind of sense. So he's going to start perp walking, basically going into the school in front of your classmates. All the sheriff, police officers come in, put handcuffs on your classmate, and walk him out. So now all the kids can see you walking through the school. All the kids can see you getting put in the back of the police car. And he also, so okay, yeah, that's perp walk. So now you understand. So, do you think that's fair to the kids? And we're talking kids just around your age. This kid, I believe that kid that just got arrested and perp walk was like 11. That's just less than a year away from you. Do you think that's a good idea for the sheriff to do that?
I do not think that is a good idea, because that is just another way for people to basically, people will see that, and they will start posting online about that and talking about it, and having their classmates write about it, and they just keep on texting and texting until the wrong person gets a hold of these videos and stuff, and that person wants to take out whoever was responsible for posting their brother, their sister, their mom, their dad. They want to find out who did this to their family member, their friend. They will find out, and then you will regret pep perp walking them.
But that's different. What you just explained sound like just someone, just a regular ordinary Joe or ordinary K posting something about someone. This is totally different. This is a perp walk. This means, like, let's say you do something and the police. So tell me, will that embarrass you if the police come into your classroom and make an announcement? What is something that you don't, so that I don't think you cause a threat? Let's say shoplifting. They got you on video shoplifting, and the police comes to your classroom. Maybe even the news crew come there too, and they come in there. We're tired of these kids shoplifting, and so Miss KK is going to be an example. They're going to use your whole full government name and come in there, ask you to stand up, turn around, put handcuffs on, grab you, have a police officer on either side, and then imagine it's during the same time as classes getting, y'all going from class to class. So all the kids out in the hallway, and then you're walking down the hall, everybody get to see you, then put you in the police car, Will that discourage you from shoplifting again?
Oh, that sure will. That would embarrass me. That would probably make me real like scared to even walk into a shop without someone looking at me or hi Grandma Crystal. Hello. Anyways,
You get
I
that
would be
right.
I would be very afraid to even walk into a store. Like I would be so afraid that people would look at me and basically start like walking over, like following behind me to make sure I didn't like pick up
Okay.
and hide things.
So that's why we get to the point of what he said. If the parents will not parent their children, he will. So the parents are not stopping the kids from the violence at the school. The parents are not stopping the kids from the bullying. The parents are not stopping the kids from making prank phone calls and making threats to the schools. So okay, so what do you do? Especially as a sheriff, it's his job to protect the public. It's his job to protect all the kids in the school. So if you got a perp walk a couple of kids, if you got 1,000 kids in the school and you got to perp walk three of them before they other kids stop making these threats to the school, hey, that's what you got to do. And if the parent refuses to stop the kids, a lot of parents are afraid of their kids. They let them do whatever they want to do. Even this situation with the last, well, I can't say, I don't know if this is the last shooting, but one of the shootings I think was in Tennessee, where the dad knew the kid shouldn't have a gun, and he bought him a gun. So his dad gets arrested too. So the son is arrested and the dad. So it's crazy. So now do you understand? Do you think perp walking the child or a threat of a perp walk, the threat of I'm going to come to your school and arrest you in front of all your kids, is that a good deterrent from continuing with um, the prank phone calls and different things like that?
I I am just gonna say I still do not think that is that I mean sure that is fine to do, but as long like
Spit it out. Spit it
can
out.
you say that again for me to
Should a child be perp walked for doing committing a crime in front of all their people, or should they keep it quiet and don't let anybody know that you just got arrested?
I think they should perp walk the criminal because for one that will make sure that they won't do it again because they're going either or if they're crazy they're going to do it again and they honestly don't care about being perp walked, or we have the other people that care about being perp walked and they will never do it again. They will be scared to do it again. So that's like some people, but other people will be like, I don't care about being perp walk. Like
Yeah,
that's not gonna affect me, and they're gonna do it again, and they're just gonna continue doing it until until they're gonna have to feel
yeah,
real bad punishment.
yes, I agree. But yeah, there are some kids that the threats don't matter. No matter what happens, they're still gonna be bad and do bad. But there is a larger percentage of children that can be saved. That can turn around. I'm not. I say every child could turn around, but some of them are more willing. Some of them are more at that point to take the construction, take the teaching, take the um, instructions from the parents and the teachers and the police officers to change the bad thing that they're about to do. So again, it's task for the sheriff to protect the children, protect the school, and if he's got to embarrass some children in along the way, I guess so be it. But there's another thing at hand. Also, a lot of the kids in certain states, I just found this out this week. A lot of minors, you can't show their pictures. So when this happened, when he perp walked the child, they showed it. And some of the news channels, they had a discussion about it. They decided not to show it. But as you and I know, it's all over the internet. Most things are all over the internet. So what's your take? What is your feedback on should minors, especially let's just go with minors who didn't do a major crime, should their pictures be posted all over the place or should be kept hidden?
It should be hidden but behind a blur. I do not want their faces showing. They should not have to go through that at a young age unless you're there and you know what's happening. You're like in the crowd. You do not need to post their faces. They do not need to see their faces. That doesn't need to be happening because they don't need to be their faces do not need to be exposed at such a young age. They did a small crime. They do not deserve to be exposed online from that.
Okay, let's flip it. Let's say they did the crime. They did go to the school. They did harm several people in the school. Now, should their faces be exposed at this point?
I think I will still say, wait, their face should not be shown because they are still a minor. They are underage. They still do not need to be exposed. They may have did a big crime and all that, but they do not need to be exposed. Like, unless you're there, they do not need to have their face on camera where everybody can see them and everybody can hate on them, and that does not need to be happening because their faces, they do not need to be exposed. Unless you're there live, you should not be seeing their faces.
Oh, you can't stop it. All right, last point. When or should children that commit these heinous crimes, should they be charged as adults?
I do not think so because their brains are not fully developed. So they still think they're a little crazy. People my age, our brains are not fully developed. Stop. My brain is not fully developed. Nobody my age, or at least if they're not 21, their brain is not fully developed.
21 still not fully developed either, but okay, go ahead.
And they can be a little crazy. I'm crazy. Other people, I'm not as crazy as them to commit a crime, but they're crazy, like 5th graders, 6th graders above until they're 21. They have this whole intrusive thought type thing where they sometimes let it loose, like they let their intrusive thoughts go ahead of them. Like if they just get bullied and they're thinking, oh, I hate this person, I just want to get back at them. That's their intrusive thoughts, and they want their intrusive thoughts to, they let it go. They're so mad that they end up letting their intrusive thoughts out. And that's when they end up going crazy because their intrusive thoughts keeps on going. And like, pretend it's a gate. That gate is open, and they keep on getting ideas of what they can do to that person to get them back. Oh, I see a gun. I see my dad's gun. I'm trying to get revenge on people. Then their intrusive thoughts, they're like, and the gates close with all that bad stuff inside, and then they get to school. Their intrusive thoughts are still running around, and then the gate opens. That's when they have that gun. Like the morning before they head to school, that's when the gate opens, and they steal their dad's gun or mom or anybody's gun, and they head straight to school, and that gate is going to continue open until all the intrusive thoughts are out.
So this goes back to parenting. Then that's a lot of they want to charge the parents for a lot of things that the children are doing because the parents are not being the parents. The parents are not keeping up what's going on. But a little bit more about what you were saying is children are not fully developed, so children are not fully prepared to make life decisions. A couple of weeks ago, we talked about what was it, 4-year-old parents letting 4-year-old get tattoos.
She got a tattoo of a shoe, y'all. a shoe, even though she doesn't even know how to tie her shoes. As I said, she does not even know how to tie her shoes.
But
and
the,
she's
the
trying
parents are allowing their undeveloped children make life decisions. They even this gender. I won't even go down that road, but all these gender and gender affirming operations and different things for people that's children that's not fully developed, but they're making these life changing decisions. Or even I still even think younger children, far as let's say a 2-year-old. I've seen like some children are really young and their parents are asking them to make decisions. And a lot of times the child hasn't been able to put two and two together to find out what's the consequences of this decision. What do you want to eat? Now, some of that's kind of simple, but I didn't prepare any examples, but sometimes parents asking young children to make decisions when they're not fully trained, not fully developed enough to make a good educated decision.
Do you want to go to school? That's one example.
Yeah, you don't even ask that, but some probably do. Or are you ready to go? What do you want to eat? Or there's cake and candy and cookies and always pizza and never vegetables. So a lot of times they're too young to make that decision. Like, when my mother would cook, we didn't have an option. We didn't have a choice if we wanted that or not. We ate what was prepared. If it was chicken liver, not chicken liver or liver, beef liver, I couldn't stand liver. But guess what? I ate liver that night. So whatever was prepared, I couldn't. I don't like liver. So can you go get me McDonald's? Yep, that's exactly what she would do. She would laugh. You better sit down, boy. You better sit down and eat your food. You ain't getting up to your food. Go. Not this, I don't like that. Or what do you want? I'm cooking this, but what do you want? No. So that's that child learning early that they have the free reign and to do whatever they want to do. And then when it's time for discipline, they don't want no discipline. Nobody tells me what to do. I do whatever I want to do. So the parent taught the child that, and then the child takes that to school. And now the teachers and the principals and the police officer, they can't do anything with the child because they feel like I'm my own boss. My mama can't tell me what to do, so you can't either.
There is a parent hack out right now.
A parent hack.
No, not a parent hack, but it's something that parents think they should do, which is called unschooling, which means that the child doesn't learn anything. Their child asks them something and they answer it. So if their child asks them something that is way ahead of them, like what is 20 times 20? If they don't know that, the person could be 5 and they haven't been to school. The parents say that they're homeschooling the child, and then when they get home, when they're at home, the child doesn't really have to do anything. The child gets to do what they want when they want, and a lot of parents have been saying it like, oh, my child, I don't make her do anything. I don't tell her what she has to do. I don't tell her to brush her teeth. I don't make her wash her face. I don't make her wash herself. I let her do whatever she wants. I let her eat whatever she wants. And then and then they call that a good parenting hack. It's not at all, and that's not okay.
It sounds lazy for one, and you are setting up your child for disaster.
Disaster.
That's no training. What? So, first of all, you're teaching the child to not be able to function in society. That there is no way to be untrained, unlearned, taught nothing, and thrown out into society and expect them to thrive. That's just like the children going out with no discipline. We already see what undisciplined children the results are. So now a child that hasn't been taught anything, no structure, no taught being taught of the norms of the world, not taught how to treat people, not taught how to respect people. Oh man, I pity for that child. And I know when the child gets older, he's going to be very angry, very disappointed with their parents when they find out their parents sent them out like that.
And the child, no reason, their child literally had a bunch of illnesses. I can't really list them like the parents did, but their child had a lot of illnesses, and because they were staying outside for like a long amount of time during while it's cold outside with no clothes on, like with
Yeah.
short sleeves on and shorts on, and they were outside for a long amount of time, for too long, or they ate too much sugar and now they have diabetes, or
That
now
is,
or they have walking pneumonia.
it's, that should be criminal. And I think some people do get arrested.
That
It
they
is
deserve to be arrested because they're basically giving their children illnesses, because they're letting their children do that. They're letting their children stay outside while it's cold outside with short sleeves and shorts on, and letting their child eat so much sugar and so much salt and so much all of that, like also, how do you even get walking pneumonia?
not being taken care of. It is not the child's responsibility to raise themselves. It's the law for a child to be raised, protected, um, to be fed, found housing, clothing, all the way to the age of 18. That's the law. So a child is not supposed to raise themselves. Even without the laws, even the law of nature, the animals teach their children, their young, how to survive. So you just gonna be lazy and try not to trade. It's crazy.
And they try to say, oh, I'm homeschooling my child.
That's
No,
not,
you're not homeschooling your child. You're not doing anything that involves like learning. They have illnesses. You've caused them to get their illnesses, and now all they do, they're sick, they have to go to the hospital with walking pneumonia, and they have diabetes and all that, and they don't even take care of the
it's just
diabetes that good
yeah.
anyways.
It's every. You just remind me of this story. It was a little toddler, 18 months old. They just ran her to the hospital, had broken bones, had sores all over her. They found blood all around the area where she slept. Where the baby was in the hospital for like 3 days. She didn't make it. The mother and the boyfriend was arrested.
That's what they get.
Neglect. That's
Hurting
abuse,
that
neglect. That's
baby.
just horrible.
That poor baby.
Yes.
That baby only saw the world for 18 months.
Mhm.
The baby didn't even get to go to school. The baby didn't even get to have fun before it loses its life. It was literally born 18 months ago. It didn't even get to go to school. It didn't get to make friends. It didn't really get to eat the foods that it really wanted to eat.
Yeah.
Hey, Grandma Crystal, I see you.
Well, she's saying. Let me just add this real quick. She said she agreed. Yeah, that's a very sad story. Um, but that's some unloving mother and boyfriend. I want to talk about the. No, anyway, I'm gonna get to another subject. Let's play another quick video. Before we do that, I'm gonna do a quick channel identification. We are. Hold on, just a second. Yeah, we've been up here for 45 minutes. Yeah, we're gonna take a quick 1 minute break, and we'll be right back.
Purpose Inspired TV is under construction. During this process, we invite you to step into the journey. By joining our team, you have the chance to shape the very fabric of this channel with your creative ideas and skills. We believe that the true essence of innovation lies in collaboration, and together, we can create something truly extraordinary. We will provide content that ignites your passion, inspires personal growth, and encourages a positive impact on society. Our focus is on delivering shows that are entertaining, thought-provoking, educational, and uplifting. We want to hear your voice, your vision, and your recommendations for individuals you would love to see on our channel. We aim to create a channel that resonates deeply with viewers, challenging them to think bigger, dream bolder, and live a life of purpose. So, join us today, and together, we can make a difference, one viewer, one show, and one purpose at a time.
All right, we are back. For those who don't know, Purpose Inspired TV, you can watch our TV channel. I say our TV channel. We're on Roku. We're on Fire TV. We're a 24-hour channel, streaming 24 hours a day, and we have on demand. Eventually, we can have pay-per-view also. So just tune in. Go to Purpose Inspired TV on your Roku and Fire TV app. Download the app. It's free. You will help us out. All right. And if you have any content, you have anything that you would like to see on Purpose Inspired TV, it's like a FUBU channel for you and by you. All right. Yeah, join us with Purpose Inspired TV. Okay, let's get to another subject. Well, it might be a little bit on the same topic. Let's see here. I'm not sure what I got here. Let's go. Let's play it.
Boy, go clean your room.
No.
You all right, man? Oh, there he is. Yeah, get up. There you go. Get up, shake it off. Pick your teeth up. And next time I tell you to clean your room, you're going to go clean your room, right? Okay.
This wasn't needed. No, the past videos that we've had, I always say I do not believe in abusing children.
He knocked his teeth out.
Okay.
His teeth are
He walked into his fist with the disrespect.
No.
But you think he's gonna do that again?
Nope.
But yeah, I know the dad was just playing. Well, he's making a point. But it's still, I see so many disrespectful videos. We just saw this video yesterday with a mother, and you being disrespectful, all that burping.
I did not burp. My mouth was closed.
Let's call it a burp. The mother was videotaping them at the grocery store, and she was showing how her daughter, and I think the race, because I don't see it matters in a way, and it matters sometimes don't, but we'll leave the race out. The daughter was in the store like, buy me this and buy me that, and I don't care if you don't buy me what I want. I'm gonna scream and I'm gonna do. And the mother was like she had no control, nothing that she could do. Man, I know some mothers. Yep, the daughter will be waking up, ooh, with it, like in the cartoons, the birds be spinning around the head. What day is this? What's my name? I mean, some parents do not tolerate the disrespect, and some do. Some act like they afraid of their children. Parents should be parents, not afraid of the children. All right. Um, yeah, let me go to another video real. So we did that one. Just another real short one.
Disrespectful kids get punished.
Okay,
You.
what do you say? He
Mm,
had a nice big, probably had, what was that? It was orange. Was it just a fro? I was gonna try to play that without the music.
yeah.
But okay, let's say. I don't think they would do. I guess it was a boy. Let's discuss a boy. A boy grew his hair, got his hair all down to his shoulder, and got it braided up. So he's been doing it for years. And his dad threatened him, if you get in trouble one more time, I'm gonna cut your dreads off, dreads, braids, whatever you want to, what do you want to call them?
Oh.
Is that a good punishment or not? I saw in the comments it was going back and forth. Some parents say yes, that's a good punishment because he was disobedient. Other parents saying that was abuse by cutting his hair off. What do you say? What does KK have to say?
I think that was not okay. You should not cut off his hair. Just punish him
That's
by
punishment.
by whooping him. Not
Now people are gonna say you shouldn't whoop a child.
whoop. What? What?
Yes,
What?
people against we call it whipping, spanking. Some what you just said. They don't want to. Parents
You
don't want a parent.
so you rather cut off the boy's hair than give him a whooping?
Let's go down this road. Let's say he did. Let's say he already got 5 spankings for getting in trouble at school, and still that keep getting sent to the principal's office. He been disrespectful to the teacher. Every teacher saying the same thing. He's a disrespect. This going to the principal now, being disrespectful to the principal. Now the dad got to get off of work and keep going picking him up. And he said, "You get in trouble one more time. If they got to call me on my job one more time, I'm cutting your braids off."
For one, I am so with that. Teachers work way too hard to be disrespected. Like for that amount of time, they do not deserve to be disrespected. For one, teachers work super hard. So you're just adding more trouble onto them. Thank you. Yeah. So you do deserve the person does deserve their hair to be cut off because they've got all the spankings and they basically don't care about that. So now they have to. That's the last result of what's gonna
So
happen.
what does the teacher do when they know the child is not being raised properly at home? The child is not being taught right from wrong. The child is not taught discipline. The child is not taught respect. The child is not getting taught that. But the parents, okay, I'm gonna send you to school and let your teachers teach you. And then the teachers is only limited to so much. So what is the teacher to do when you got these very irate and disrespectful kids?
Knuckleheads.
Yes. So what is the teacher to do?
The teacher either can
Come this way a little bit.
the teacher can set up a teacher and family meeting
For what?
to talk about it.
I got an attitude. You making me come off of my job to tell me my child is bad. already know my child bad. It's your job to straighten them out. Your job to teach him. So teach my child, and don't call me about it no more.
I would, for one, whatever schools have detention, there's no use of putting him in detention because that's not going to do anything. Detention doesn't really do anything for anybody.
Yeah, because I get off late when that child need to be ready to go home. When I get ready to go home, so what else you gonna do?
Nothing. You can suspend them, but that'll be a paradise for them.
No, my child is not gonna be home while I'm at work.
See?
He's going to school. He's not gonna be sitting at home watching TV, running up my electric bill, and eating up all my food in the refrigerator. He's going to school. He eating y'all food, not mine.
And you can't expel him because he can't be at home. You can't, but you can't. You also can't put your hands on him.
Yeah, you better not hit my child. I'm beating everybody in the whole school. I'm beating everybody in the entire school, the principal, the superintendent, everybody if you touch my child.
You can't touch him.
I'm not.
But you can have a talk, a deep conversation with him.
Man, my son is so hard-headed. Talking ain't gonna do no good.
Then knock him out. How about that?
You can't touch my child.
Man, you could. This is your mom or your this child's dad or whatever is very grumpy.
Imagine when those teachers have those meetings with the parents. That's what they deal with. They left.
You can just fail the kid.
You ain't failing my child. My child. Look, I'm not gonna bring that child to school every day, and then have to repeat this year again. Oh no, we're not gonna go through that.
Okay.
The point, you got to put your foot down.
You got to put your foot down.
or get him out of school.
You got to tell him. You got to tell his parents. I don't care what you say. That boy is a hard-headed, mischievous, bad boy. So you either take your child out of this school or you can lose the attitude.
I know he's bad, but you can't call him bad.
I mean, you're troubled kid.
He ain't troubled. My child just as good as your child. Your child go to this school. My child just as good as the rest of these children in this school. Matter of fact, I think he might be better than them. I dress him nice.
Sir. Sir. For one, you're bad. You're coming in my office with all this attitude and this smack, and you're trying to.
I see what my child goes through. You got so much attitude, lady. Oh my goodness! I see what the problem is. Can we put him in another class?
Yes, we can put him in another class, better class.
Why? This is the fourth time we done changed him this year. I don't know what y'all got going on in this school.
Listen, ma'am, sir. It's not us teachers. We have problems sometimes, and we have to switch around the students, and we put them in different classes sometimes. And there's nothing wrong with your son. Your son is perfect. He's honestly one of our best students, but his behavior is sometimes a little rocky.
I pay your salary, and you are not doing your job. My taxes pay your salary. And my son is still just as dumb as it was when he first came.
Oh, it looks like we have a comment.
That's an old comment.
Let's check on.
It's an old comment.
Oh, we got. She's saying how. Oh.
I'm gonna add it to the. I don't know if we can put all those words on the screen.
Let me see. I agree with everything she's saying. However, sometimes there will be casualties depending on the type of crime that is committed. I agree that the kids do not. They do not have to go to school. 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 They do not have to do not, if they are underage, need to have their faces posted because they are still humans. And she's right. They're not always in control of their thoughts, but God is a forgiving God. So he has already forgave every one of us because we are all his kids and we are going to make mistakes and need forgiveness. Unfortunately, society does not always
And that must have ran out of space. But okay, she was talking about what we was talking about earlier about the kids in the schools.
That is so true. Thank you. That is amazing. Tia,
Yeah, that's Miss Tia. She's a friend of ours.
Miss Dasher, that was amazing. I understand. You got me. You got me there, y'all. That was good.
Them knuckleheads need their face everywhere. If you can't, as we do little skit, little playing around that we're doing, we're showing how helpless some of the teachers are, how powerless. I don't say helpless. Well, I say powerless. It's like some their lives are in danger. They're threatened. So when the teachers in life is in danger, it's all I can say. It's tough because I've seen some situations where I see the teachers are fighting. They got to fight to save their life. And some of them don't fight, or other students don't fight because it's some bad kids just coming there to fight. We really don't have a fraction of the answers to say, but we're just having this discussion for us to talk about and to think about. But it's still parents. Please be parents. Parent your child. Be the parent of your child. Let me go to one more. I think I got one more video. This says a toddler. I don't know. Let's say which one. This one. Let's play this one.
When I grow up, I want to be an engineer because I love building things like robots and things with Legos.
I want to be a praise and worship pastor because right now I'm the praise and worship pastor for Kids Church, and I want to fulfill it with my calling.
I want to be a marine biologist / chemist. When I want to grow up, I want to be a park ranger.
When I grow up, I want to be the CEO of a fashion company so that I can be in charge.
When I grow up, I want to be a pediatrician.
When I grow up, I'm going to be a police.
I want to be Supergirl and rescue all the dogs and people.
I want to be a polar bear vet because I like animals and polar bears.
A policeman. Because I protect people. Babies and mom and dad and boys and girls.
When I grow up, I want to be a pilot because I could see the whole world and drive people places.
I want to be a vet because I love animals.
I want to be when I grow up is a police officer because I want to help, serve, and protect.
When I grow up, I want to be a chef because I love food.
Oh, we're a Power Ranger.
I want to be an actor because I love performing on stage and it makes me very happy.
All right, go out and support your local Goodwill. What do you want to be when you grow up? Now, wait, before you talk now, they have some good answers. Them some smart kids. Some of them answers, I'm like, at that age, I wouldn't even know what that word meant. So she wanted to be a polar bear, a pet polar bear. But there was some good answers. So come on, give me a good answer. What do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be a. Give me a minute, please.
It was this kid. He was live on stage, and everybody was saying, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" And he gets to the microphone. You know what he says? He says, "I don't want to grow up."
Come on. The one kid that doesn't want to grow up. Well, I want to be.
You don't have to know right now. You know what? I don't know is a good answer.
Over the years, when I was 5 years old, I wanted to be in the army. Yeah, and then I wanted to be a doctor, a surgeon, and then now I want to be. I have many different things what I want to be right now.
Okay,
but I can really list good. One.
One army. Why army?
No, when I was 5, I thought I wanted to be in it.
I know, but it was something you liked.
Because I wanted to protect the world and save people, and I thought it was cool and it was nice, and I wanted to save people's lives.
That's very honorable. I was this close to going to the army. I didn't want to go to the army. I tried to go to the Air Force. They didn't have. It was a freeze, so.
I thought you did good. Weren't you a Marine?
Oh. I want to go to the Air Force. I didn't make it, but they wasn't accepting people. And then the Army guy kept. Oh man, that was the most persistent out of all the recruiters. The Army was the one that was most. He was calling me at the house. Join the Army. We'll give you this, we'll give you that. And I'm like, I got to shoot guns and kill people. I didn't want to do that.
I want to be a Marine biologist. Marine biologist.
Okay. Then the Marines wanted me to join them, and I'm like, I'm too skinny and too scary.
Space Force. You should join.
We didn't have that when I was growing up.
Oh.
I probably would try to join that and fight the aliens.
There is no aliens. There's people trying to hack like.
I know. But then the Navy came along. So I joined the Navy. I spent my time in the Navy.
He is a hero. Yes, he is a hero. He how come you don't park in those parking spaces for people that were in the
I leave it for the old people. My job, you know what my job was?
What?
My job, I was a sonar tech. A sonar tech meant my job was to listen to the ocean and find the enemy submarine and then take out torpedoes and plot where the submarine is. And sometimes we're supposed to let, like, I don't know if you know the movie Hunt for Red October. That's a movie about the people looking for the submarine, the Red October. Supposed to listen. So I knew I had a top secret clearance. There's some different things I knew about the other military. But anyway, so yeah, my job was to find a submarine, and then we would take out torpedoes and shoot the torpedoes at the submarine and blow up the submarine. You know how many submarines I found?
4.
No.
5.
No.
6.
No.
10.
You're going too high.
Okay, 1.
Too high.
You found 0 submarines.
If a submarine don't want to be found, a submarine is not going to be found.
Oh no!
And the closest I got to finding my first submarine, we listened to different things in ocean, but most of it was boats. So one time when I was with when I was on we was on a cruise. A cruise is when an aircraft carrier and a whole lot of supporting ships and helicopters and submarines and all this group goes overseas or goes on a cruise. So we went to Europe. So we went to several different countries in Europe. So we were on the patrol for 6 months. So that's what they do, like 6 months and sometimes even a year. So the Saratoga, it was a Saratoga. So Saratoga was the big aircraft carrier. I'm gonna say it real fast and then we can go back to it. So aircraft carrier is the biggest ship, several thousand people, and the McDonald's on this one ship. Then we have this surrounding supporting ships. They got several hundred people. Then you got the supply ships that bring the food. So when the food ran out, the ship comes back with food. So all of us over there for 6 months. Then we was coming back. Saratoga was getting decommissioned. So that was the last cruise. All their years of being on the water was over. They was going to take Saratoga and chop it up and make razors out of it. But so they was coming back. So they decided to take a picture of all the ships that went out in that group. Side note, there was a sailor of the quarter on our ship during that time. You know who that person was? I was nerdy. I was a sailor of the quarter. But anyway, back. So, okay, so now we get ready to take the picture. They said, there is the submarine that went with us on this trip. And it's been out here the whole time. So, before we pose for the picture, all the ships line up for the picture, see can you find that submarine. So for 3 days, we were looking for that submarine. And I want to be the one that found it. I'm just listening. I'm going to find it. But then, you know, all those other ships make all this noise. It's hard to find. So then when they gave the word, okay, everybody get in position to take the picture. When that happened, we started hearing something, and this submarine popped up beside us. The submarine was under us 3 days, and we didn't know it. So that's why I say, if they don't want to be found, they ain't going to be found. So that's my chance. All the years I spent in the Navy, that was my chance to find my first submarine. But okay. So let's go hit something real quick. We did we do that one? No, we did that one. Then we do this one. What's this?
No one else than me. Mom, are you ready to be his friend?
Yes.
Try not to be that high up to be friends. I want everything to be low. Okay?
Okay.
Just try your best. I don't want you and my dad to be replaced and meanies again. I want you and my dad to be placed as settled and be friends. I'm not trying to be mean. I just want everyone to be friends. And if I can be nice, I think all of us can be nice too. I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm trying to do my best in my heart. Nothing else than that. I want you, Mom, my dad, everyone to be friends. I want everyone to be smiling. Not like being mad. I want everything to smile. Especially when I see someone, I want them to smile. Especially Nana, everyone. I want everyone to smile. And if that's for my dad and you, Mom, I think you can do it. I think you can settle your mean heights down a little to short heights. Then it's both, okay? I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be a bully. I'm trying to be steady on the floor, not way down, on straight, on the middle where my heart is. My heart is something. Everyone else's heart is something too. And if we live in a world where everyone's being mean, everyone's going to be a monster in their future. What if there's just a little bit of persons and we will eat them, then no one will ever be here. Only the monsters in our place. We need everyone to be a person. Everyone. Including me and my mom. Everyone. I just want everything to be settled down. Nothing else. I just want everything to be good as possible. Nothing else.
Thank you, Tiana. Come and give mommy chụp chụp. I love you.
I love you too. No one else than me. Mom, are you ready to be his friend?
Yes.
Try.
That is powerful.
Hmm.
I could see that little girl as being a major speaker, do major speeches when she grew up. So what's your feedback on that video?
That was so cute. That was so cute and so good and so cute. But I have a problem with the parents fighting in front of their daughter. That tiny little girl, that tiny cute, good speaking little girl has to witness those parents fighting to the point where she has to use all them big words and come up with a speech. They made their daughter, like, this tells me that they may have did it. They have did this before, because their daughter has gotten so mad, so sick of it, that she has had to make a big worded speech to say and say like she didn't just come up with this out of the blue. Hopefully she's probably that smart, but that means that they have did this many times, because you can tell that they have done this many times.
I don't think she wrote the speech.
She didn't write it, but she just thought of it.
It came from her heart, what she was saying. So I understand what she was saying. I know she didn't know the right words to use, but she was trying to tell them to stop yelling.
So that means that they did that before. That's my problem. So that means they have been fighting in front of her many times, to the point where she had to come up with that speech from her heart.
Yeah.
And she had to be like, you know what? My mom and my dad are fighting again, so this means I have to my heart has to come out.
She is doing her part, her best to save the marriage. She don't want her parents to break up. So, hey, I commend her. Like I said, I believe she is going to be a great speaker. She came up with that speech at that age. Oh my goodness, she's going to be the one to give the speech when you graduate.
I hope not.
But yeah, I do see her being a speaker, but yes, she's heard. I don't know if they argued in front of her, but they could have did it in another room, but she still heard it. They might have thought that she didn't hear it. Either way, she heard it, and she had what she had to say. She wanted it to be known that she did not want them fighting. She wanted them to stay together. She wanted their family to stay together. She didn't want a divorce. I know she probably didn't know the word divorce, but she knew it was possible that
her mom and dad would go away.
Yes, she knew that was a possibility, and she didn't want that, and it bothered her so bad she had to tell her mother that. So that is powerful too. I mean, that is, and it still got something to do with how she's raised. You know, I know that their parents have to have taught her something to be able to do that. So we were talking about the children and the parents. Do you know the difference between children obey your parents and children honor your mother and father? Do you know what the difference is? Do you know what that means?
What was it again?
Well, especially the Bible, or we teach your children, but in the Bible it says, children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Or basically, when you obey your parents, you have longer life. But it also say, honor your mother and father. So do you know the difference between obeying your parents and honoring your mother and your father?
Honoring is more like honoring your mother, like honoring your parents are basically.
See, your brain is ding, 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 ding. Okay. Just I'm gonna say this. For a child to obey your parents, that's a child. So as a child that's not grown, let's say like 18, until they turn 18, they're a child. So those are children, a child. So those are people who are supposed to obey their parents. Now, when a child gets older and they move out of their house, it turns around. They don't have to obey their parents anymore. Like you say, what? Because they're grown. So that when you're grown, you are no longer under the authority of your parents. It's like, okay, I'm grown, I'm moving out. So you relinquished your parents' authority over you. So that means you're grown, so you don't have to obey them now. But that means you have to honor them. That's like you still have to respect them as your parents. And still they should be able to give you instructions as your parents. But what a lot of things is happening these days, and you may be a culprit to the fact that some children, they want the rights and privileges of being a child, and they also want the rights and privileges of being adults at the same time, and that's causing conflicts in homes.
What do you mean? I'm a victim, not a victim, but a
person that's the person is committing the crime.
You're calling me a criminal.
Okay, so though sometimes you don't want to obey your parents, and I'm not talking about. Let's define parents. Your mother and father can be your parents, but your parents don't always have to be your mother and father. We got that established, right? We understand that.
Yeah, adoption.
So, adoption, even all different. The situation is jury, and even me, I'm your acting parent at the moment.
Yeah.
So as parents, as a child, you're supposed to obey your parents, and it says in the Lord. So long as that parent is not asking you to go to Walmart and stuff in your shorts, in your shirt and stuff, you don't have to obey that. But if your life is in danger, you have to obey that too, because you are weak and not at the point of taking care of yourself. But anyways, so a child is supposed to obey their parents. So that means the parent has the authority. The parents have the responsibility of, like I said, taking care of everything. They're supposed to protect you. They're supposed to feed you. They're supposed to give you a place to stay. All of that. That's the responsibilities of a parent. Sometimes mothers and father gives up that responsibility to someone else, but it doesn't matter. But whoever the acting parent is, if sometimes it's temporary. Like if you go to a friend's house, you go to your girlfriend's house, that her mother is the acting parent at the time. So you're supposed to obey her at that time, and then come back to your house. But anyway, what a lot of kids, especially teens, what they want is for the parent to take care of them, the parent to pay all the bills, feed them, give them a place to stay, give them a ride to school and all that kind of stuff. And then they also want the privileges of being an adult. They want to come in whenever they feel like it. They want to go to bed whenever they feel like it. They don't want to do the chores like it. They don't want to do the homework. So they want to do all these things as if they were adults. That's when a lot of conflict happens in homes. and it starts early sometimes.
Stop pointing at me. Stop.
Okay.
Stop, please.
Okay.
Stop. You're still pointing at me. For one, I do not think people should. I don't think 18-year-olds, they can vote, but they should not be able to go out of the house. And I think the person should be 21.
Certain things are 21, certain things are 18, so it doesn't make sense to me. I believe you can join the military and go die for your country before you can drink some alcohol.
You're 16 or younger. 16
No,
or...
I'm talking about 18.
Oh, wait,
18?
21. Oh, man, I thought you could join whatever age you wanted, like 16.
No, what would you do with 16-year-olds in the military? They have some history of some people who fake their age and join, and they did. They was heroes, and some of them probably got in trouble. It was one movie about a little kid. Well, he was about 5 years old. He was in the helping out the U.S. Army over fighting Hitler. But yeah, all ages you can be a help to society.
How do you do that? I'm 10. I want to help the society.
If I won't even say it. If we got invaded, and I think all his folks probably was passed away, was no longer here, so he needed the army to help him, and he helped the army. I don't foresee that happening with you. They probably say you talk too much, you make too much noise. They might find out where we are.
What?
You can help the nurses out.
For one, girls can be in the Marine.
I didn't say you couldn't.
Stuff. For one, people like me, people that are talkative and talk too much and have attitude from now and then from now and then I've seen people that are talkative join the army. Talk, and they have attitude, and that's good. That's good.
Why do you get attitude?
I don't know.
It just happens.
No.
Huh? It just happens. You just like jump into a bad mood.
What?
If you get attitude,
don't jump into a bad mood.
What do you?
Either somebody could make me go into a bad mood.
Give me an example.
Like when somebody asks me an ignorant question.
An ignorant question?
Yes. That's what I call them, at least.
But why do you allow other people to control your feelings or how you react to certain things?
They don't like control that. I decide how I'm gonna feel myself. I'm going to see how I react myself, so I can decide what I want to do in this situation. So I usually know, like, of course I have an attitude, but I'm not trying to have an attitude. I just have an attitude inside of my voice at that moment, because I was thinking, oh, they're asking me an ignorant question. Then once I try to answer it, it's like attitude, and then like
well, how?
Like the attitude's inside, and it's like, oh, they're asking an ignorant question.
Well, one thing is, I guess you did admit that we have control over how we react to everything. We can't say you just hurt my feelings or you make me mad. You. It's still us. We still make that decision. But how can you're double digits? So how do people ask me? I don't understand what kind of questions. Are you talking about people that's older than you or people your age asking you questions that you don't like?
People my age, people like younger than me, a little younger than me. Like so, nine.
1 year younger than you. And you don't like. Give me an example of one of the questions, please.
Like, Like, why do you have to use so much conditioner? Like, I use conditioner because once my hair is like out in an afro, like a big poof ball, I have to use a lot of conditioner. And they're like,
Who would ask you that? Just your friends?
why do you have so much conditioner in your hair? Random kids.
Well, how would they know how much conditioner that you use? You told them?
No, and like people in my grade, they know that I use a lot of conditioner, especially people in my class, because they've asked me before and I answered it.
Why did you tell them what to conditioner?
Because I use a lot of conditioner, and then they know it and they're like, okay. And then they get into 5th grade and they're still asking, why do you put so much conditioner in your hair?
That's what I learned when I was young, man. I'm not giving out no extra information, nothing. If it's not relevant about this conversation that we're having, it's relevant to help move us forward, I'm not giving out any information, especially information that's going to come up and be used against me later.
Oh, it didn't use it. They couldn't use it against me.
But if you get agitated by them asking about it, they're using it. It's the same. It's pretty much the same thing. So anyway, but my point was, it seemed like it's too young. There's a lot of people that's gonna be young asking you things. You do act more mature than I know than a lot of children around your age. So I could see them looking to you and asking you for information. And so you shouldn't look, hey, that's an ignorant question. That's a stupid question.
Oh, no. I do not like, especially people like younger than me, like 3rd grade. I understand they ask questions because they don't understand them yet. Like one 3rd grader asked me, what's it like on the 3rd floor? And I told them it's not that, it's fine. I like it up there and it's nice. And they were like, oh, cool.
Do you think it's your responsibility to be, is it your responsibility to be a responsible older kid, to be an example, especially like for your cousin or different?
Yes, we have to.
Younger kids.
We should always have to. We don't have to, but we should, because like people younger than us, they don't really, like, they haven't gotten to our age yet, so they don't really know what happens in when they're gonna be our age, and they understand. I can ask, like, you do not want to make them feel like they can't ask you questions, because they can. That's what we're there for. And it is my responsibility to be a positive role model, not to be like acting like an adult to them, because I'm not an adult. But I know what is right and what is wrong, and I know what I should answer and what I should not answer, and I know how to act. So no one can really nobody can tell like a 3rd grader to shut up and stop asking them questions. You can't do that. A 5th grader, that is very disrespectful to like say anything. Like you can't just say be quiet and then leave a 3rd grader. You have to answer you don't have to like answer in a full sentence and answer with like a full paragraph and all that. But you can at least try to answer.
Just okay, I understand. Showing the respect. Changing directions. I know you. Well, it seems like you got an opinion about everything. I've seen a couple of videos going around arguing about when a child should move out, or let's say a young adult. So from your few years here, and especially watching things online and watching things on TV, when do you think is the time for the children to move out of the home with their parents?
I think
Well, when can we kick you out?
you can kick me out when I'm 21. Thank you very much. Yeah. I think the age should be 21 because that's when your brain is fully developed and you know how to make your decisions, and you know not to go, oh, I'm gonna party all night and I'm gonna drive home afterwards. Yeah, it's gonna be so cool. I'm going to go to a party and then I'm gonna drive home and I'm going to invite a bunch of people over to my house once again. But when you're 21, you're like, I'll go to the party. I'll make sure I be responsible. I'll catch a cab and I'll go back to my house and I will get me some rest. That's what a responsible 21-year-old would do and say, especially 21-year-olds that are in college. They what is that? Oh, and they try to be like, they try to be responsible because they have classes. But of course, college parties, they're always trying to go to the parties, the huge lit parties. There's nothing wrong with doing that, but as long as you don't stay out too late, because you got to remember you have classes, and you have classes to go to. So you should at least be responsible for what time you go to bed and what time you wake up.
Okay. I hate to break it to you. 21 is not a magic number where people just automatically gonna pop. Oh, it's my 21st birthday at midnight. Bing! Now I'm mature.
I know.
It doesn't work like that.
I know.
If the person's mature, they're mature. If they're not, there's some people older than me is still not mature.
Wait, it looks like I have a missing tooth. Mm-hmm. Oh, wait, I do.
Just like, okay. Can I finish this?
Yeah, we're a little.
Yeah, you were saying 21 years old. That person going to become mature. That's not it. The person, you see that little girl that was talking to her parents, that was such a high level of maturity that a lot of people 2, 3, 4 times her age probably still are not mature enough to do. So it's still not an age. So I understand, we said turn 21 is a good age to move out.
Maybe 22.
I wouldn't even put it on a number. One, if the child is not mature enough yet and they're still developing and still learning after 21, and if you have the means, let them stay. And as far as girls and women on the other side, I would say girls shouldn't even have to leave until they get ready to get married.
Why not?
I said not have to.
Oh, yeah.
I said if they want to go to college and they want to come back, that should be fine. If they say, I'm not going back home, that's fine. But if they say, I want to move back in with my parents and stay there until I get married,
their parents should not say, no, you're not coming back in my house. You better go and get your own house. This is my house, young lady. You're going to stay out of my house. No, you can't say that. Just let them back in if they want to stay there with you. You should be proud that you should be happy that they don't want to leave you and go somewhere else where they could like, you should be happy that your children want to stay with you for a longer amount of time.
But it's a big, fat, juicy but.
But they can't stay there for an
No, that's not what I want to say.
Come on, what is it?
Disrespect. You cannot bring the disrespect back. You and the disrespect got to go. See, some young adults want to come back home and come back with the attitude, I'm grown and you don't tell me what to do. Yeah, no, that's a problem. So remember I said earlier about honoring your mother and father? So you have to come back honoring your mother and father. You have to come back with respect to your mother and father. You can't come back with attitude, I'm grown, I can do whatever I want to do. And you should be able to put back, you're grown now. So if you're already saying your parents are not responsible for you, they're not responsible for you. You can stay there and they can still look out for you, but you're still going to be under their roof, under their rules. But you still could invest in the place that you stay. You can put money back into, the household and make the household better. So basically, the biggest thing is the respect.
You cannot.
A lot of times, people that disrespect, they ready to kick like you.
Get out.
You come here every day with some respect. I mean, disrespect.
But luckily, I respect all of them. I respect everybody.
On Tuesdays.
On Tuesdays, I respect everybody.
Okay. All right. We'll see how that changes, because let me say we made it past it. But anyway, we got some years when you turn to that teen war.
Oh, woo. On my 11th birthday, I'm getting highlights. And Aunt Shell said that I was true.
So here we go. Is that age appropriate?
Yes.
According to who?
According to Google.
Google ain't raising you.
I know, but
how Google's supposed to be raising everybody?
But I can get highlights.
I don't know. We got you recorded, and I'm see what she'll say. I don't know why you're saying it now.
Wait, I can ask her, and she said she would let me get a little bit of highlights.
So here we go. Now the story changes.
She said I could get a little bit of highlights.
Now the story changed. Now I need to talk to her in person and see what
and
she said.
She said a little, and she
story.
said I could get the color of her braids, the color of the braids that she has in.
And what's a little bit? It's either highlight or it's not highlight. Ain't no little.
You can get a little highlight.
It sound like a little girl, a little tattoo.
You can get a little highlights, like you can get like a little in different areas.
What's the size? What's the size have to do anything with it? It's either highlighted or not highlighted. What's the size got to do with it?
It is.
So is the highlights age appropriate?
Let me see.
What's the point? Don't ask Google.
I am.
Google ain't paying you.
Anyways.
Why you gonna ask Google? Man, I want to. Let me see if that video wouldn't play. It didn't play. I want to say. Let me see. Is there a way for me to play that video? I don't think so. All right. Yeah, we done hit a whole lot of different topics. So you're saying Google is the one that you get your information from?
See, there's no minimum age to dye kids' hair.
Again, that's people who are not raising you.
Wait.
That's the law, but your parents overrides the law.
I'll text my children.
You got to do that now.
I'll text her after we're done.
Why are you going to text her? We already said it. It's already recorded. It's on record that you said it. She said it.
I know.
So now you want to ask her?
No, I already asked her. I was asking her to confirm it and tell you that I can.
Okay. I know some kids learn how to do that. He said, is it a he said, she said? I mean, some people go to especially with the mother and the father, they go to the dad and say something and figure out whatever answer. If it's not the right answer they want, they go to the mother and see if they can get the answer out of that person. So I've learned the game. Or back and forth. Mama said this, Daddy said that. I think Shell said this and Joe said that.
I've only asked that child, and she said, "Yeah, but I can only get a little bit." And she said I would be able to get a color like the color of the braids that she has in her hair right now.
Okay, After I heard you said many things that wasn't in reality, in real life. You continue to do that?
No.
You don't do that no more?
Uh-uh.
You tell everything that's real and true. Factual.
What?
So what should you do for if you had a child that doesn't tell the truth? Let's just go straight to it.
Straight to a lie? Like,
yeah.
Like if they
can't tell the truth.
Like they didn't even try to tell the truth and they just lied to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would get popped in the mouth every time they they even started with the word. Even if
How do you know? A lot of times you don't know that person's not being truthful until later on.
Wait. If they say something that they're gonna say the lie, right? And then I'm going to be like Michael Kyle, and I'm going to do a Michaela Marilyn signature moment. I'm going to mess with the child's brain. I'm going to make, like, give me a theme that they lied on.
I made an A, but really got a D.
I would hold a party and bring their teacher to the house, and I would I would print out a shirt that said my son or daughter got an A on their report card, and I'm going to make a shirt and I'm going to invite their teacher to the party, and then they're going to figure out, oh, dang, my mom knows that I lied, and it's not going to be a big deal.
That party is a big deal. What you mean not to make it a big deal?
It's not going to be a real party. Everybody there is going to know that the person's lying, so it's not going to be a huge party. Yeah. And their teacher is going to walk in, and right in front of everybody, I'm going to have a shirt that says my son or daughter actually got a D on his or hers report card. Boom! And that's going to be it's going to be such a huge reveal. And it's just going to be such a signature moment. If I couldn't do that, I would hold the report card up to the light. If they tried to forge the letter, you could just hold it up to the light and the actual grade would seep through. So I would be able to see what they actually got. But if they just said it and didn't show me their report card, then I would obviously be able to find that out.
Okay, party and get T-shirts printed up, and invite the teacher over, and you talking about you're not gonna make a big deal out of it. That's a lot.
I know it's not gonna be expensive though, because I'm not really gonna throw a huge party. I'm not gonna get food and stuff. I'm going to make it like a get together where everybody comes in and they talk about the grade and all.
So you want to embarrass them?
Yes, I'm going to embarrass them severely.
So you want to perp walk them?
No, I'm not gonna perp walk. I'm not gonna perp walk them. I'm not walking them in front of other people.
That's the same thing.
I'm not walking them in front of their friends.
That's a big ultimate embarrassment.
That's what they get for lying to me.
That's a perp walk.
Wait. Give me a minute. How many times have they lied before this? That it actually depends on how many times they have lied before this.
Multiple times.
So then they deserve to get embarrassed because they lied to me multiple times. So now, but if you had said they haven't lied at all until this moment, I would have just grounded them once I found out. And then that would be easier and punish them, like ground them, make them grounded means they can't go out with their friends, they can't hang out, their phone is taken away, and
I have no phone. I couldn't watch TV. Couldn't go outside and play.
Exactly, that's what it is.
It still didn't change my grades.
And then, also,
a big dummy is a big dummy.
I'll take out. The only book I'll leave in the room is your studying textbook. And then I'll take out your television out of your room. I'll take your phone. I'm not even happy about the bed at this point. And then I'll take away anything that I have bought you. I'll take away your clothes. That I'll give you some clothes that you can wear for the week, and I'll wash them, and you can continue to wear the clothes over and over again. And then
Shell, you writing all this stuff down, Shell? She's giving you everything to do. She's telling you everything.
Stop.
She's telling you everything what to do.
Stop. I don't even really go outside. And I don't really hang out with friends outside. So
do you like your Uncle Ken?
Take off my door?
Take the whole door down. Yeah, I can't remember what Ken did. Yeah, I had to take the door down.
Slam the door.
He must have been slammed it a couple of times. I probably said, don't slam that door. Don't slam that door no more. And he slammed it again and didn't let me in. Okay.
Oh, now kids, if when they get in trouble, they mutter things under their breath. They're like,
hey, we did.
And then
y'all so bad now that y'all don't even mutter. Y'all still say it. Y'all ain't even say it under your breath. You say it loud.
No, some kids are so afraid of their parents that they're like,
they need it. It's supposed to be a level of honor and respect.
And then they try to slam the door, but they are actually like.
And then you're supposed to fear.
And then they pretend they're gonna run away by packing a whole suitcase and everything. And then they walk out, and then they are about to leave, and then they're like, "Wait a minute, what's for dinner? What's for dinner, Mom? Pizza? I can leave tomorrow. You know, I can just stay here." I've never tried to run away before because I know it wouldn't work. Bro, I would come home myself. I would turn myself into the cops that I ran away. I would not be able to survive.
I don't think I would try to run away.
Why not?
But I think a lot of the problems that's going on in the world in school and the kids, they don't fear God and they don't fear their parents. So if that foundation, not fearing God, not fearing your parents, then you're not going to fear your teachers. When I mean fear that reverent, that honor and respect, fear that you should have. I think the kids they don't fear God. They haven't been taught to fear God. They don't fear their parents. So that lack of fear comes along with that, the lack of respect. You're taking it to school. So now you don't know how to respect your friends and other students. You don't respect the teachers. So what do you expect the students to do? If you can't even honor your mother and father and obey your mother and father, how are you expected to act right in school? You got some bad kids in your class outside of you.
Yes,
it's like some disruptive kids. That's just like every day they just a problem. Don't say no names.
Someone in my class.
You incriminate yourself.
And someone in my class, they have been written up many times.
And that's the only thing the teacher can do is write them up.
That's all. They have gotten suspended one time. The person has a very bad attitude. They have to have these folders that has like smiley faces in it, and they have to get it marked like either it's a smiley face or a sad face to like it's like a folder that they have to turn in every day to the office, and they have to look at it, and if they have some sad faces, they have to explain what happened today, how they got in trouble, what's wrong. They basically a whole journal, whole human journal on how your day was, and they have to do that every day because of how much trouble they've been getting in.
So the bad kids got to have a folder for every day. A folder for them to have to use every day.
Like the teachers mark down in the folder. Either they get a smiley face, 3 smiley faces, or they get 3 sad faces, which means that they did something bad. Or if they get 1 sad face, that means they had to be redirected 1 time. And if they get 2 smiley faces or 1 smiley face, that means they were good 1 time throughout the day.
So you're not in any kind of disciplinary action?
No. Not at all.
The
Not
truth.
at all.
The
Not at
truth.
all. No.
We need the truth.
No.
Your teacher is watching.
No. No.
God's watching.
Yes.
You know where liars go?
H-E-double-Hockey.
Okay. I wanted to play that other video before we go, but I don't think it will play.
We are also overtime a little bit, right?
No overtime. All right. So any final words? So we didn't touch a whole lot of different subjects, but we talked about obeying and honoring your parents, and should a child be perp walked? Should the children who commit crimes, should their faces be posted? Should their faces be shared? When should a child move out? As if you got anything to say about that. Ooh, gosh, I need to spray you again.
Don't spray me. He sprays me with disinfectant spray.
She got the cooties and all that stuff.
No, I don't.
I don't need none of that.
No, I don't. Oh, it's hot in here, so we need a little fan.
Okay. You don't do that. All right. So, what we're gonna talk about next time? Yeah, just say you don't know.
We're gonna talk about something more out there.
What's that mean?
Something more. I don't know. You'll see.
What's all that?
You'll see.
Get that hair out my face. What's all that?
I don't know.
Why do you put it back? I always wanted to ask some of the well, I guess it could be interraced. You know, it'd be some hair on your face, and you move it out the face, then it goes back in your face, you move out your face, you put it back in your face, move out your face. Boy, you do that all day long. So you doing that. I see you put that one little braid behind your ear, and then it moves, and then you put it behind your ear again, and you put it behind your ear again.
I don't know. Come on.
All right. Okay.
Bye, you guys.
All
Hopefully,
right.
I'll see y'all next Saturday.
If you didn't get fired.
I'm not getting fired. Yeah.
All right, everybody. Until next time. Tschüss.
Purpose Inspired TV is under construction. During this process, we invite you to step into the journey. By joining our team, you have the chance to shape the very fabric of this channel with your creative ideas and skills. We believe that the true essence of innovation lies in collaboration, and together, we can create something truly extraordinary. We will provide content that ignites your passion, inspires personal growth, and encourages a positive impact on society. Our focus is on delivering shows that are entertaining, thought-provoking, educational, and uplifting. We want to hear your voice, your vision, and your recommendations for individuals you would love to see on our channel. We aim to create a channel that resonates deeply with viewers, challenging them to think bigger, dream bolder, and live a life of purpose. So, join us today, and together, we can make a difference, one viewer, one show, and one purpose at a time.